Welcome back to another Lost Pikachu video, everybody. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 11 of the most popular cards right now and the hottest cards on the market from modern sets. So I've got a lot of Scarlet and Violet era chases, and then a few from the Sword and Shield era. So to start off, we've got the Lily Clefairy EX Special Illustration Rare coming out of Journey Together. This card, along with all the Journey Together product and cards, has just been dropping like a brick. Was up at around $575 and just dropping all the way down to $200 as of right now. I think that this card will continue to go down a little more, probably to around $180 where it'll stay. Journey Together, not a set that too many people are super interested in right now, and that's the reason that all of its special illustration rares, all the product has just been going down in price. Moving on to the Umbreon EX Special Illustration Rare coming out of Prismatic Evolutions. This one was at $1,700, around $1,600, and as of late, around $1,450. So Prismatic Evolutions is still an extremely hard set to get your hands on and open. The pull rates are really difficult, and that makes pulling this card extremely difficult. So I think this card might continue to go down a little more, but ultimately will stay probably around $1,300 for a little bit until we see this huge Prismatic Evolutions reprint that we've been promised by Pokemon TCG. But until then, this will probably stay around where it is. Moving on to the third card on the list, we have got the Pikachu EX Special Illustration Rare, which is in Surging Sparks. This card, kind of inconsistent. It was at like $550, then $440. It was kind of around $460 for a while, and then recently dropped down to like $350, which is where it is right now. I think this card will probably continue to go down a little more. Surging Sparks is going to get a pretty big reprint. It's really new, so we're going to see it be restocked plenty of times within the next year, and I think this card's a huge chase for a lot of people. It's one of the first times Pikachu has gotten a huge chase like this for a long time, and that's why it has such a high price, but I think it will continue to go down a little bit over the course of the next few months. Next card, we've got the Bubble Mew from Paldean Fates. This card you could have bought for around $80 for like 5 months, and then shot up to $400 in around February, and slowly been coming down, and now it's at $330 as of the time of recording this. So I think this card probably won't go down too much. I think Paldean Fates is an extremely difficult set to open right now. It's like $10 a pack. We're not going to be seeing a huge reprint for Paldean Fates. There might be a little bit, you might see it restocked a little bit, but it won't be a humongous reprint just because it's a little bit older. This card's got an amazing art. It's a huge chase for a lot of people, and I think it'll probably stay around where it is. It might come down to like $300 in a really bad case, but I think it'll stay around $330 to maybe $360 for the next little bit. Next, the Raging Bolt EX Special Illustration Rare. So this card is in Temporal Forces, and it's just been extremely unpredictable. It's just been jumping all around. It got down to 50, instantly went up to 100, back down to 70-ish, up to like 110, 90. As of right now, it's like $100. I think this card, I don't know actually, this is kind of a wild card. It's probably just gonna like continue moving around. Temporal Forces is probably gonna get some reprints as well. It's not like the newest set, but it's not been out for like 5 years too. So this one's probably going to get some reprints, and we might see the price of this come down a little bit, or it might go up. This one I'm really not too sure, and I don't know, it is very unpredictable. So yeah, that's what I'll say about this one. Moving on to the Greninja EX Special Illustration Rare from Twilight Masquerade. In my opinion, this is one of the weakest arts on the list. I personally don't like this card, but I know it is a huge chase for a lot of people. This card was at around $200. It's kind of just been going up for the last little bit, and it dipped down a little bit. Right now it's around $360. I think Twilight Masquerade gonna get gonna get a little bit of a reprint. It's not gonna be big. It's not gonna be a prismatic level reprint, but it'll probably get restocked a little bit. I think this card probably will continue to come down for a little bit. We'll see. I'm not really too sure about this one. Twilight Masquerade's in a little bit of a gray spot where it's like, it's new enough that it could and probably will get reprinted, but is it new enough to get like a huge reprint? We're not quite sure. So I think this probably will not dip below $300. I'm going to say that pretty confidently, but it's probably going to stay in like the $320 to $400 range for the next little bit. Moving on to the top chase out of Pokemon 151, the Charizard EX Special Illustration Rare. So this one got up to nearly $300 and then has been dropping recently. Right now, sitting around $220. 151, again, really difficult set to open up right now. It's like $12 a pack, and it's not going to get really a reprint. Blooming Waters was really the last big reprint that they did for that, and that might kind of be why this card's going down. It's kind of reflecting that reprint right now, but I think this will continue to come back up, because 151 is not going to get another big reprint, and this card, it's a Charizard, it's a special illustration rare, and it comes out of a very iconic set. So I think we'll definitely see it hold its price pretty well and probably go up. Next, the only illustration rare, and a very controversial one here, we've got the Magikarp illustration rare coming out of Paldea Evolved. So this card, it's not technically as difficult to pull as a special illustration rare, but it is kind of more difficult just because there's so many illustration rares in Paldea Evolved that it makes getting any specific one very difficult. This one got up to nearly $300, around $275-ish, $280, and then is at around $220 right now. I think this one's gonna continue to come down a little more. I think it was kind of like riding the hype train for about 4 months, and now it's kind of coming down. Paldea Evolved, we're probably not going to see a reprint for that one. I think it's old enough that we're not really going to see any more of this stocked, besides in like tins and collection boxes and things like that. But I don't think we're going to see booster boxes and ETBs of this restocked. So I think this one will come down a little bit just because I feel like it's not super hyped right now, and people are kind of starting to cool off on this card, and they're going for other stuff. So I think this will probably come down to around $200 within the next few weeks. Moving on to the Sword and Shield era here, we've got the Gengar VMAX alternate art, which comes out of Fusion Strike. So this one got up to $750, and right now is sitting around $650. Fusion Strike is about $400 booster box, and you're not really going to find it in stores. It's not going to get a reprint, I can say that for sure. I think this one might be coming down a little now, but I think it'll definitely end up coming back up. It's a huge chase for a lot of people. It's an amazing art, and it's Gengar too, so I think that'll keep its price pretty high for a while. Next, we've got another big chase from the Sword and Shield era, the Giratina V alternate art from Lost Origin. So this card got up to $700, and right now is around $620. So I'd say this card probably will stay around the same range. I see it probably going up a little bit, for the same reasons this Fusion Strike, Lost Origin, difficult to get your hands on. It's not going to get a reprint. This card's very difficult to pull, and I don't see it dipping too much more. It might come down a little bit, but in the end, it should go up overall. Coming down to our last card of the video, the Umbreon VMAX alternate art, or the Moonbreon from Evolving Skies. This one, obviously the biggest chase out of the Sword and Shield era as a whole. This card has been really weird and inconsistent. Got up to 1,700, then dipped down for a few days to around 1,400. Back up to 1,700, dipped down to 1,500. Now it's back up to 1,700. If it continues to follow the pattern, it might dip down again to like 1,100, or it could kind of stay where it is. It's a little unpredictable, just like this card over here, what's kind of hopping around, but It definitely won't go down too much for too long. It's just such a sought after card. It's such a chase card that there's always going to be a lot of people who are looking to buy this card. If you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. It really does help out. I hope I was able to give you some insight and kind of show you how the most popular cards are doing on the market right now. If you want to see a video like this again, maybe I can do a weekly series with sealed product, different cards. Just let me know if you have any ideas in the comments. I really appreciate it. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.